Hello fans, viewers and subscribers, welcome back to another Bulgarian beer review. As promised, I'm going back to Bulgaria again for the third and final beer. Okay. Right, so I've just noticed something there. There you go, that's the beer in question. Kamenitza? Kamenitza, I think that's pronounced. It's a 500ml bottle and comes in at 4.4%. For any cap enthusiasts, there you go. Kamenitza 1881. Brilliant. It's quite an old beer then. I just realised that. I think that comes on a screw off top, I don't know. Might be a screw top, I don't know, I've just noticed that. As you can see, the head is overflowed. Look at that. Look at that. That is just what you call decent. Right, okay. Moving swiftly on. I don't know if you can get any of that. You can see the bubbles just streaming, just constantly. Look at it, it's just so lively. Okay, yep, so good carbonation, good colour, really good head. Fucking top marks with the head there, it's great. Oh no, I've just realised. Don't know if you can see there, but there is an etching of some sort. It looks like a... I don't know if I can see. I can't really see it, but there's like a head with a tongue sticking out, an arm and a hand, and a leg. I don't know what it is. It's like a mythical creature of some sort. That's pretty cool. And the word Kamenitza on the side there. But anyway, moving away from the bottle decoration, we're here for the beer. That's what we're here for. And I'm going to just take a little bit off the head. I'm going to break the rules slightly. I'm going to taste the head first, and then I'll get in with the smelling, because there's no way I'm going to smell that without getting that on my nose. Amazingly, I didn't get that on my nose. Okay, tasting the head, it is extremely fluffy, extremely airy and light, and it's bitter. So, let's crack on with the smells. Okay, smells of earthiness, slight bit of hay. I don't know, like a weird hop smell coming through. Bit yeasty in places. Bit breadish as well. So yeah, not overly infused with the smells, but there's enough of them. So let's do this. My final beer of Bulgaria. To Bulgaria. Yeah, very similar to the first one I had. It's slightly dry, but you get a hoppy bite on it. Dry hoppy bite. The head, when drinking through the beer, gives it that more characteristic. That's a nice touch. Without the head, I think this would be quite a dry beer, but with the head itself, it's given that little bit more depth, more flavour and more texture to the beer. You drink through the head, it gives you that frothy carbonation feel that's light and airy. Then you get a nice watery note from the beer itself, followed on by a hop attack. You heard me right. You do get a hoppy attack on the taste buds, followed by a slight dryness at the end. again, there's weirdly enough, when it's in the mouth and the mouthfeel, you kind of get a different beer to when you get an aftertaste on the beer. So to me, it's almost like two different styles of beer. When it's first in the mouth and you allow it to take control of the mouth a little bit, you get a nice sort of pilsnery beer that's quite refreshing. Once you swallow it, and once the aftertaste kicks in, it's a whole different beer. You kind of get this hoppy attack on the tongue, and primarily only on the tongue. And then you kind of, it dries your tongue out a little bit, and it just gives you that little bit of a dryness. There you go, so I burped. So as I always say, if I burp, it's a sign of a good beer. So yeah, it's very very light bodied as well, so easy to drink, very watery based. There you go, there's your lacing, great lacing all the way around the edge. I'd say this is the second best out of the three that I've tried. I think the middle one that I could not pronounce, that I did, the smaller one, that was the best tasting, then this, and then finally the Pirin. So that's how I'm judging them. Yeah, Bulgarian beers have a tendency to follow a trend, and that trend is dryness. I don't know why that is. Perhaps they do like a bit of a dry beer out there. I don't know. Each their own. I'm not gonna criticise that. But me personally, I don't really like the dry beers. But this isn't too bad. Just needs a little bit more flavour, I think. But other than that, quite an enjoyable beer once you get used to the dryness. If it weren't for the head, it would be completely dry. But I think that the head gives it that airiness that you need, and that different mouthfeel, that different texture in the mouth as well. And it just takes the mind off the dryness. So it gives it a little pleasantness towards the end there, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to delve straight in. I'm going to give this a 5.5 out of 10. Again, only criticism I can really give it is it's a little bit dry in places, and then it just needs a little bit more flavour. It's just generally a watery, hoppy beer that gives you a dry finish, so that's the best way to sum it up. Yeah, so I've enjoyed it, so yeah. I'll leave you with the thoughts there and views. If you ever had this beer, please come in and comment, and like my videos, subscribe, etc. The more feedback I get, the better, because then I can hopefully learn a little bit more about this beer, or any beer in particular. Helps go a long, long way. So, all the way from Bulgaria, Kamenitza.